So we're going to continue what we started before, and the first method that here I have to explain is encode URI. So what encode URI is going to do for us is encode URI as a declare. From its name, it's going to encode a URI. So I declare a variable called URI and assign it to a URI which I copy from a web page. I just paste it here. Now if I wanted to encode it, I just alert you can see, and here I just pass encode URI, and inside this one, inside this parameter, we are going to pass the URI. So I save it. Here you see that we get the URI. I just copy this URI because I want to decode this one again. So here I just delete this and pass this encoded URI here. I just paste it here, and here I say alert, and inside the alert I call a method which is called decode URI. The decode URI is going to decode the encoded URI. So I just pass URI here and save it and go to the browser. You see that it's here decoded. So after this we have another method which is called is finite. What is finite is going to do for us is finite is going to check if a number, if a value is valid. So here I declare a variable, call it bool, and assign it to a boolean. So inside this we're going to pass the true. So now I want to check if this boolean is a finite number or not. So I say alert, and here I say is finite. Now inside the is finite we're going to pass the bool. That's going to check if this number is valid or not. So here you see that it's finite and it gives me true. And here even you can pass date object, but I don't want to paste it because there are some keys. I don't want you to see that. So here you see that the true is true. Even you can pass the value which is inside double quotation, so this one is also true. But if I pass a value here which is not a number, something like this, it's going to tell me that it's not a number and tell me it's false. So this was from finite, is finite, and the other one is a number method. What number method is going to do for us? A number is going to change an object to a number. Let me show you what I mean. Again, I declare a variable called bool and assign it to a boolean. Boolean, and inside this I'm going to again pass the true. I don't know why I type it true. So now if I'm going to alert the number, make sure to put this to uppercase, it's not lowercase. So here I pass the bool. You will see that this true is we're gonna change to 1 because this is going to change things to number. And here I can even, like before, pass the true, save it. Here you see we get 1. If I put in false, you will see that it is false. So 0. So the other method is here something called parse int. What parse int is going to do? Parse int is going to parse an string and change it to an integer. So I declare a variable, call it str, which stands for a string, and pass a number here inside the quotation with this change number to an string. So if I need to change this number to an integer, we're going to use the parse int. So I'm going to alert it. Alert parse int is going to take a parameter. With that parameter is this one. So I say str. So if I save it here, you see that we get with this number. May I say that this is not changed, it's just alerted. Let me just type of it so you can believe. Type of. So I save it here. You see it's telling me that it's a number. But if I just pass this str without this parse int, so here I say it str and save it. Here you see it gives me the string. So the other method is so same to the parse int, which is parse float. This is so same to the parse int. It's just going to change a string to a number with floating point. So I declare a variable called str and assign it to something like this. And here I came alerted and say parse float in pass an str here, even though it's not change it to a floating point, but this number in fact is a float, not an string, is not a pure number. So the other one here is a method which is called a string. Like number, a string is going to change an object to an string. So here I declare a variable called bool and assign it to a boolean object, boolean, passing true. So here I came and alerted and say a string and make sure to put it to the uppercase. So here I just put the bool. This is going to change the true, which true true string value. A string value is true. So I save it. Here you see we get true. But if I pass something here which can be which let me put something here like this one. If I put this, it's also change it to an string. This is an string. If I type of it, type of, you see that it's an string. But if I take off this quotation and put this, and this is also going to be an string, because a string is change an object and everything to an string if it's be possible. So the other method is the parse itself, but it's a few different with these methods as you saw before. From the string till encode URI are a global method which they don't need to be referred to an object. They can do something alone. So, but parse is not the same with that. Parse is a method of JSON. So here I came and I declare a variable called JSON and assign here I type a JSON string. So here I just pass this, and inside this we are going to write something. We declare a JSON string name, and its value is, put this here, and its value is something like Alex. So now in JavaScript we need to change a JSON string to a JavaScript object to can have access or do steps on. So here I say var obj, which stands for object, and I want to change this JSON to a JavaScript object. So how can I do that? Put the JSON, after the JSON say parse. This is going to parse it and change it to a JavaScript object. Here I can pass the JSON. After this, when we change it to a JavaScript object, we can have access to the JSON element and you can do whatever possible with objects. So here I'm going to say alert this. I just pass the object dot name. Now we have access to the name of the JSON, and we can assign it even everything you want it to do. So here you see we get the Alex, and we have the flags of this, which is stringify. Stringify is do the reflex of the reverse of the parse. is going to change a JavaScript object to a JSON. So here I declare a variable, call it obj, and assign it to a JavaScript object. Here I just pass name and assign it to a value, something like rain. And now here I can come and say change it to a JSON. Here I'm going to say var JSON and assign it to JSON dot stringify, and inside the stringify we just pass the object. Now this is a JSON file. Let me see if I can alert this one. So I say alert in JSON, save it. Here you see that we get this, which is this one is a JSON string, not a JavaScript object. Here if I want to access the name, so here I say name, you see that we can access. It's telling me that it's undefined. We have to change a JavaScript a JSON file to a JavaScript object to can have access to its elements using JavaScript. So after that we have the last method, which is called sqrt. What sqrt is going to do for us is just take the square of a number. It's a method of math. You can't use the sqr method without passing the math method. So here I just say alert math dot, only the first one is capital, so math dot sqrt. Inside the sqrt we wanted to get the square of a number called like 16. So if I save it, you'll see here 4, which is the square of 16. So this was from the second tutorial of this, and see you in the next tutorial. Bye.